Hey everybody, it's me, Jake Redpath from Jake and Off. Oh my gosh, thanks so much for tuning in to another episode. Whoa, that's right. Today I'm joined by a very special guest, a comedian and friend of mine, Moneisha Williams. Everybody, give her a round of applause. Let her hear it. We're super excited to have her on today. We had a lot of fun on this episode. Make sure that you check out the link in the description to buy tickets if you're in Kansas City or you're going to be in Kansas City. On July 27th, Moneisha is going to be recording a set over at the Comedy Club of Kansas City. Got some great opening acts as well. It's going to be a super fun time. I will be there to support for sure. So definitely encourage you guys to check that out. I will put the ticket link in the description of this podcast. I will also put a link to Moneisha's Instagram page and TikTok page. You can follow her at Moneisha Williams Comedy 1. As always, make sure you like and subscribe to this podcast wherever you are listening or watching. As always, send anything at all to jakeandoff.podcast@gmail.com. Other than that, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I love you. Have fun. Have a fun listen. What I mean, it's not all about like your shit is the funniest or like whatever, like because we all see videos of comedians or like shit that goes viral online and we're like, this fucking sucks.
But they got great clips, and that's why I want to
exactly.
I want a professional to come and film me. That's why I'm like, I'm not calling it a special.
Yeah,
calling it a live recording because I need good footage.
Yeah, that's exactly what
for
we did
clips
at the
and breaking it down. Just need good footage. I don't want to call it a special. Like, you know, this is just
you don't want to put the pressure of a special on it.
Well, and I'm like, I'm not doing the material I've been doing for the last 9 years. I'm breaking out a whole new hour.
Right.
So it's just like, no, I don't want to call it a special. I want to call this me having fun, telling y'all real stories for an hour.
Hell yeah. And I think that people respond to that kind of thing better anyways. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like if you're like, this is a special, like we're doing a special recording for a comedy special that's like going to come out or we're going to sell it to somebody, like that not only makes the performer nervous, but it kind of makes the crowd like be a little bit like, we got to be on our game too.
Yeah.
You know, we got to be ready.
So I'm telling people, it's not a special, but you should dress nice because, you know, you're going to be on camera. It's a chance you might get caught laughing real hard, and I might need to keep that. So
yeah.
But it's not a special.
You're excited though.
I'm very excited. I got a bullhorn and a sign, and I plan to stand on some highways. And
hell yeah, hell yeah, that's sick. I feel like it'll be fun. I'll be there.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be fun, man.
Yeah,
I ran a little bit of it last night in Nevada, Missouri, and it was a lot of fun.
There you go.
They had a ball with it.
We're at in Nevada.
We did Casa Azteca. It was a Mexican restaurant, but they had a really large deck, and it ended up selling out. It was nice.
That's awesome.
It was fun.
Yeah, hell yeah. I love, you know, honestly, like one of the most fun things I think about comedy is going to like little fucking places like that, because those people are like, they're starved for shit to do. Like they would just want something to do. And I also feel like a lot of people, a lot of comedians at least, will have like preconceived notions in their heads of like how it's gonna be. They're gonna be like, oh, they're a bunch of like, you know, fucking stupid rednecks and like da-da-da, that is true. There are some stupid ass rednecks in Nevada, Missouri for sure, but it's not everybody there, and it's like not even most of the people that show up to fucking comedy shows or whatever. Sometimes it is.
I was about to say, I've been there twice. I've done the Fox Theater there the first time I was there, then this time we did Casa Azteca. So like I haven't ran across any yet. They're always very nice. Yes. I'm always the only black person in the town. And I was trying to close last night. He was like, you can't go. Talk about us. And I was like, I get it. It's going to be a long time for another black person to come around here and tell y'all what's acceptable in the culture and what y'all shouldn't be doing, how y'all should get invited to the picnic, sir. But I'm not here to do that.
That's so funny. I like one of the weirdest rooms that I ever did was it was in Sedalia, Missouri. I was like 19 years old, and it was in a like pool hall that was attached. It was in the basement of a Mexican restaurant, and the Mexican restaurant was attached to an Econo Lodge in Sedalia, Missouri. It was like it was fun. Like the people there were fun, but like obviously, you know, this is not a place where comedy is thriving. And I will never forget the strangest thing about it was we were in this big room, right? And you know, they have chairs set up, but it's super dark because it's a pool hall, and it's super dark, and there's only floodlights in the ceiling. And none of the stage had light bulbs in it. So before the show, like while everybody is like getting seated and stuff, they bring in a big ass ladder to climb to the ceiling, and they just moved light bulbs from other parts of the ceiling and put them where the stage was. Yes. And that was like how we were lit.
Comedy is a journey, and we do some shit.
What's the worst gig that you've ever done? Like, what's like the if you think of like a show where you're like, man, this shit is like, I can't even believe that this happened.
I don't really want to say I've had any bad rooms.
Yeah.
Because I have fun either way.
Yeah. Of course.
Whether I'm bombing or not.
You got a story out of it no matter
I'm
what.
having a great time.
Yeah. But what's just like the weirdest environment, you know? I've done some weird shit. I did a show in a guy's garage not that long ago.
Greeley is always a weird place to
Greeley,
perform.
Colorado?
It's very weird.
What's weird about it?
It's just the people are very weird. You just like I'm trying. I don't know if y'all weed is way more potent or what's going on here, people, but I am actually telling y'all jokes, and like I'm giving it my all.
Right.
And at this point, like I'm getting faint laughter from the back, like late laughter. Like, they're like, what the fuck? What's happening? I'm not even saying shit. And they're like, oh, that last joke. You just now getting this shit. You know what? This is terrible. Like late responders all the time in Greeley. It's just...
That's funny. Yeah, that's kind of tough when you go up in a room of people who like paid to see a show, but don't necessarily seem happy about it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, yeah, we paid to be here, but it turns out that we've made a massive mistake.
Yes.
And that we regret this immensely. Immediately.
Immediately. I'm like,
toughest heckle you ever got. What is it?
I always get people like when I get heckled, there's always people adding to my jokes. So they think they helping me. And sometimes I will keep. If you yell something at me and I like it, I will keep it.
You put it in the act.
I will.
Nothing wrong with that.
And I'll tell them, I'm like, hey, can I keep that? Like, I'll ask you right there, like, can I keep that? They go, I don't give a shit. Listen here, you said it in front of all these people, so I got witnesses. So sometimes I keep it, but I don't really get heckled a lot.
I don't anymore. Like oftentimes, like now, I feel like once you become polished enough, it's one of those things where you're like, it doesn't happen to you very much because people can't like smell the fear on you and that kind of thing. And so it happens less, and also you're able to handle it better. So it's almost something that you kind of like look forward to. Like, I hope one of these motherfuckers tries me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to use my powers for evil, but like I will. You know?
That's kind of how I feel too, and I think people kind of feel that energy when I'm up there, because I'm already up there talking shit about everybody. So it's just like, what makes you off limits? I bet not say nothing, because I feel like she can smell me. Like she smells my insecurities. She gonna come get them.
Of course.
And I wouldn't say like heckle, but the weirdest thing I've ever heard when I was on stage is I was following Dorian DeBose. And we were in McKees Rock, and Dorian went up and he did his set, and as soon as I went up, and I was like, I know what y'all thinking. That's one handsome young man. But I spent a lot of time in the closet as a child. This man linked over to his wife and was like, more of this gay shit. It was and I was like, yes, sir, more of this gay shit. Wow. Like, it's happening. It's fucking happening.
I had a lady a couple of weeks ago tell me that she didn't think Sandy Hook really happened. Like, just in the middle of the show. and it like brought everything to a screeching halt. It was a full room. I was hosting at the comedy club, and it's like right up. We're 5 minutes into the show, maybe like 7 minutes in, and I have a joke about conspiracy theories, and people will be like, "Yeah, I'm into them," and I'll be like, "Well, what's your favorite one?" And this lady is right in the front. I asked her, and like her husband and the people that were with her at the table, like immediately started like sort of laughing. And I could tell, I was like, oh, this is going to be good. But never in a million years did I expect her to be like, yeah, I don't. And she was so casual about it. She was like, yeah, I don't think Sandy Hook really happened. And everybody else was like, oh. They're like, oh my God. I was like, wow. I was like, usually the joke that I say after this is like the part that makes everybody do that. But you've just like undercut everything. I was like, oh my God. I didn't even engage. I was like, everybody get her. Beat the shit out of this lady. Fucking crazy though. Sandy Hook, not real. Gotta say, not a popular opinion.
Some of the conspiracy theories people believe are just insane to me.
Oh yeah. It's getting wilder too. It's getting wilder by the day. Especially with all the alien stuff that's been happening. Mm-hmm. And people like, there's this like sort of theory that FDR signed an agreement with like the intergalactic like confederation or whatever the made up alien like intergalactic government is, to like slowly seed, you know, like have humanity enter into this intergalactic federation as long as we don't like have nukes or whatever. It's like a whole thing. I get like way too deep into this shit.
You know, yeah, I saw your eyes twitch. That means you's a reptilian or whatever it's called out here. I know a little bit about it.
Yeah, I'm actually Alpha Centauri. A lot of people don't even know what that means.
Okay, we see what's happening out here.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, honestly, like shit is weird. Did you see the stuff with that Drake said recently?
I did not.
Okay, this is actually pretty sick. And it's kind of related to like conspiracy theories, but I just thought this is so insane. So basically, Drake made this post on Instagram, and I'll play you. It's a video where he's talking about it, but he basically is saying that he sometimes thinks that because he got high before his audition for Degrassi. Mm-hmm. He's like, I smoked weed, and sometimes he thinks that maybe he's in a coma from like doing drugs, and that everything that's happened since that point is like a dream, that like he's living his best life because he got high before his audition for Degrassi.
That you know, I never thought about it that way. But I did a lot of drugs in my life, and if I've been dreaming this whole time, I would appreciate that. Like one day I'm just gonna wake up like, goddamn, we should start life and not do none of that shit that I dreamed about.
You know what's so funny too is I think about it and I'm like, if that's true, if Drake is right, or like if that happened to me, like why is the life that I imagine one where Drake is having such a great time and I'm fucking here like this, you know?
That's what I mean. Like when I wake up, don't do none of that shit. Just we know what not to do. Yeah, now that we woke from this fog.
It's just such a funny, like, just this dude is rich beyond belief, and he is like, man, maybe this is all fake.
Rich people got time to think about shit like that.
I know. It's like, of course you think it's fake, dude, because you're not like living paycheck to paycheck.
Right. If he was me, he would never believe this shit was a dream. This is the worst fucking dream ever.
You have to have millions of dollars to even entertain that this is like a simulation or something.
Exactly.
Because you're like, there's no way that they would make it this bad.
It's like, right, why the fuck would they choose to do us like this in a simulation? What the fuck did we do to deserve this? And they get, like, everybody, Jay-Z got billions of dollars. I'm trying to make $2 over here. Why the fuck would they do that to us? You'd think they split the money evenly so everybody in the simulation would have a similar experience and see who goes from up to down.
It's like such a rich person, you know, fucking bullshit.
Poor people don't have time to think about shit like that.
Yeah, there's no guy on the bus, like riding the bus or whatever. It's like, shit, maybe this is all a dream.
Yeah, no bus drivers out there like, yeah, this is the dream.
He's like, yeah, maybe when I was a kid I got too high and now I'm in a coma.
I wonder when he started smoking, though, to have this kind of thought now.
Yeah, you know, he says, so here, I'll play you the video really quick so you can get the full sort of scope of, because it's just so weird. It's just text on a screen kind of shit.
Someone asked me the other night what my biggest fear is. And I've never really had a good answer for it, but my answer was that all this is for nothing. Kind of the idea that like one day life ends and it just all goes black. And I guess that question like sent me, you know, obviously deep into spiral of thought. And it makes me think about my life and how surreal it feels at times. I go back to this day when I was like 13 or 14. I had an audition for a TV show that ultimately shaped my life. And before my audition, I went to this kid's house, and I, out of, I guess, a desire to be accepted, I would succumb to peer pressure, and I got high with these kids right before my audition. And I kind of wonder, like, if something bad happened that day, or, you know, maybe I'm still high, maybe I'm in some coma, and this is just like me playing out my ideal life. And yeah, that concept has stuck with me for a lot of years. I mean, it feels like reality, it feels tangible, but I definitely wonder sometimes.
Yeah, so that's it.
I definitely wonder how much weed Drake smoked before he answered that
Recorded
question.
the video.
Yeah, like
I don't know. It's just like such a weird. It's like fake deep. You know what I mean?
yeah, like
Where
I don't know what I succumbed to peer pressure and smoked.
It's an
'cause
awful.
I wanted to be accepted. Like,
Yeah, it's an awful drug PSA. Like, no matter what, like a kid sees that and they're like, oh, like if you get high when you're 13 or 14, you might become Drake. He's like, yeah, the ramification is that I have to deal with the thought that maybe none of this is real.
you know, maybe if I start smoking at 10, I could be Jay-Z. Who fucking knows? Like, get the fuck out of here. I succumb to peer pressure. And I want you to know, Drake, when I smoked at 13 and 14, I wish that after I smoked, I could live your life.
Yeah.
Listen.
You got to ride around in a wheelchair all day on the set of Degrassi. He doesn't even need it when he's off. That would be funny if Drake on Degrassi was like a serious method actor. And he's like, even off stage, he's like, no, I'm not getting up. He's like, I'm going to need somebody to help me go to the bathroom. This is serious. He's like, oh, did it all feel like a dream because you spent your teenage years pretending to be disabled, Drake? Is that why it all felt a little surreal? God, makes me sick.
I just want to know how much weed he smoked,
A lot.
where he got this weed, because it's obviously
good
some good. Right, it's some good shit. I need that shit.
Dude, speaking of good shit, actually, they found cocaine at the White House.
I heard about this.
They found a bag of cocaine, and they had to shut down the whole White House, obviously, because they were like, it's anthrax, immediately. And then they're like, no, it was cocaine. But I got to imagine that whatever cocaine is at the White House is probably pretty good.
Yeah, but Joe Biden sleeps all the time. He needs something to fucking stay woke. Just give him a bump.
Yeah.
I think they just been giving him bumps to keep him woke during
That's
the
what
interviews.
I was exactly what I was thinking is that honestly I feel like best case scenario is Joe Biden is doing cocaine. I'm like, we gotta get this guy alert, man.
He doing a couple of bumps so he can count the stairs before he go up the aircraft so he can stop fucking falling. Like, y'all, come on, we trying to save our president. Oh, we care about him or not. God damn. It's like, dude,
so
keep
funny.
supplying him with drugs, man. Give him all the drugs. He need to be woke. Shit, we tired of looking at him sleep. He want to run again. That's why he want the cocaine. He trying to get another term. He need to be woke so he can hear what the plan is.
Yeah, that's like, it is so funny. People are like, a bunch of people, obviously, first of all, the outrage about it, like, you know, people being like, wow, Like, how could this happen? It's like, motherfucker, this is not the first time that cocaine has been at the White House.
Come on now.
All
Bill
of these
Clinton
people
and
do
Monica
cocaine.
did cocaine before she sucked his dick. I'm telling you what happened. Like,
100%.
It's how they got
There's
the
not
move.
a shadow of a doubt in my mind that every president, all of them.
Trump definitely did cocaine the whole
100%.
time. Every time he did a bump, he tweeted.
His kids, the people that work there, it's cocaine, and this is America.
I'm telling
Everybody is doing it.
Not everybody.
Not everybody.
Don't say not everybody.
Not me. I mean, like, here's the thing. Every, like, wealthy person, like, wealthy people love cocaine.
This is what
It's
happens
like-
in Drake's dream.
Yes.
In his dream,
Yeah.
everybody does cocaine.
Yeah, these are the kind of dreams that Drake is having. This is his ideal life. There's cocaine at the White House. Feels a little on the nose.
I mean, hey, whatever keeps Joe Biden away.
Seriously, yeah. Keep him
I'm sure it was Jill's idea. It was like,
yeah.
she would call him like, Jill, he fell again. Get him some fucking cocaine. Listen, God damn it, he's gonna
Like,
ruin this shit for us.
We can't keep this man upright. We need a bunch of smack. Call the Colombians. Get the dope. Who do you think, like, out of Joe Biden's administration, of, like, everybody, I feel like there's got to be somebody that's, like, most likely the connect, you know? And I feel like it's Anthony Blinken. I feel like it's the Secretary of State. He's got the internationals, you know? He's going on business trips. They're not searching his bags.
It's definitely a woman.
You think so?
It's definitely a woman. Somebody nobody suspects.
Yeah.
That's what I really believe. I really believe it's got to be a woman.
Jill Biden.
So
Dr. Jill Biden.
She's got the prescriptions. Listen, she's trading prescription pills for drugs.
Yeah. Donald Trump was like, it's this district attorney that's investigating me. He immediately was like, the guy who's investigating me is a crackhead.
First of all, Trump never did anything. This is all fake news. He's going to be cleared.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, it's going to be clear. It's all fake news. You know how the media likes to destroy people.
Well, and nobody, I mean, like, I think that even if he did something, it's like the one thing that I feel like is a universal truth in this country is that people with money and with power live by a different set of rules than the rest of us.
Exactly.
And so even if he did do something, I think the idea that he will face any punishment or like any serious sort of repercussions is like pretty almost the most unlikely thing that I could think of. You know what I mean?
I mean,
There's nobody. I don't think that there's anybody out there that is like, oh yeah, this rich, powerful former president is gonna like, he's gonna get in trouble.
There
It's
are
like,
some people who think that.
I know, but
there are some people who think
it just feels so irrational to me.
it is very irrational.
I'm like, you gotta observe the world around you. This guy ain't going to jail.
I don't. I choose not to get political.
Fair enough.
But people who know me know how I feel about the situation. So
Yeah.
we are definitely. We're definitely getting Sleepy Joe out of there. Chris Christie for.
Chris Christie is like such a hilarious.
He
like,
did crack, didn't he? Am I wrong?
No, he looks like a guy who did crack though. Rob Ford was the mayor of Toronto, who used to do crack cocaine. Chris Christie hung out on a beach, so it was. He was the governor of New Jersey, and like there was some situation. I think that it was before COVID. Like I think that it was, like the beach was shut down, or like he made everybody shut down the beaches for some reason. And then the day that, you know, they're like, nobody's allowed on the beach, him and his family were like at the beach.
No,
hanging out.
that ain't it. No, I swear
He's
this
done all
man
kinds of stuff.
I swear he smoked crack. I'm not
Chris Christie.
Smoking crack. Like
Smoking crack? Maybe. That would be sick if he did. Chris Christie's drug addiction video went viral the week. Emotional drug addiction speech. She's in a video posted a few days ago. Governor Chris Christie of New York delivered a passionate emotional speech about addiction. The video is really taking off, accumulated over 5 million views. My mother was a smoker. She smoked her whole life. She was addicted to nicotine. Oh, shut the fuck up, dude. You and everybody else's mom. It's not powerful at all. I hate these fucking guys.
I don't know. I remember a story.
I'm sure that he has
a crazy story about him a while back, and like as soon as he popped up, they was like he was running for president. I was like, he smoked crack or something like that. Like,
yeah,
I remember this.
I'm sure that he has, and honestly, I have no problem saying that he has on this podcast without any like real verifiable evidence.
I want to verify. I want it to be verified though, but I swore.
Well, this is a comedy podcast, and I do think it's funny that we take a stand and say that don't vote for Chris Christie. If you think that the amount of cocaine in the White House is bad now, just wait until Chris Christie gets in there.
He's gonna have it in rock form.
Yeah, I know. He's Chris Christie, total crackhead. Terrible governor, big guy. He's big. I don't know, man. Chris Christie, was he into feet?
Into feet?
Maybe that's something. No, I'm thinking of Rex Ryan. They look the same. And Rex Ryan was a coach for the New York Jets, which is in New Jersey. Chris Christie, feet?
Okay, it say he battled with opioid addiction.
Oh, okay, opioid addiction. Well, I mean, you know.
See, I'm gonna have to look deeper into this and go
maybe
back, because I swore. Like,
yeah, you know what?
Like,
here's what I'll say. We'll keep the podcast audience up to date on this.
Okay.
I have a few things that I have to give weekly updates on. And this can now be one of them.
I'm definitely gonna. Yeah, we gonna figure this out together. We gonna figure this and single-handedly destroy his campaign.
Yeah, we're taking him down.
But he was addicted to opioids, and we don't want that for our president.
Yeah.
Joe already doing cocaine to stay awake.
Yeah, cocaine only.
I mean, bring back Bill Clinton.
Yeah, bring back
blowjobs in the White House. Listen, blowjobs, mo jobs, all jobs, whole jobs.
Your wife is looking at you like
I'm just saying, like anything to get America moving in the right direction. You know? That should be his thing. Get America moving in the right direction, coming in the right direction.
Yeah.
Get America coming in the right direction. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, more coming, less less of whatever they're doing. Less of all the other shit. Less falling down off of bicycles. Joe Biden, do more coke. Hey, listen. We all got to get off our phones, I think. Is probably. Would you agree? Everybody's on their phones too much.
I don't think I'm on my phone enough, if I'm being honest with you. I need more phones. I really do. I really need more phones. I spend about 17 hours a day with my phone. We got something special. We do. We really got something special. And I think if she left me, I'd be heartbroken. You know what I mean?
Damn, yeah.
It's my phone.
Okay,
like, I can't.
Enough. That's, you know,
I
guess
do everything on my phone.
For me, I think what it is like I wish that I spent less time doing pointless nonsense on my phone. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'll go down like rabbit holes of like, just I'll go on Instagram and read comments on videos just because I know it's gonna piss me off. You know what I'm saying? You ever do that? You ever like try to get yourself mad?
No.
Nah, I like it.
I don't.
I like doing it.
I will say that I did, like, sometimes I see stuff and it makes me mad and I got to talk about it. Like, I got to tell. Yeah. Like, I went on a rant about Keke Palmer's boyfriend.
Okay, so what happened with that, right? She went to a concert and was dressed, and he thought it was, like, inappropriate the way that she was dressed, right?
That's what he said.
Yeah.
But it was just like, bruh, like everybody know that's not what the problem
Clearly,
was.
like jealousy kind of
shit. It was clearly the fact that, she was hugged up with Usher.
Yeah.
And he was serenading her. That's what the problem was. Because Keke Palmer even was like, we lived together. So if you think he didn't see me before I left, told me I looked good and smacked me on my ass, told me to have a good time. You fucking stupid. Like, my outfit was never the problem. And I was like, real motherfuckers knew that from the beginning. Like, the outfit was not the problem. The problem was you being all happy with Usher. Like, get off of him. Like, that's what the problem was.
Classic insecure dude behavior.
Yeah,
to be like upset about one thing and then be like, no, it's actually about something completely different.
Yeah, then my
you
whole,
don't even understand me.
That's what I was saying. I was like, listen here, lesbians love insecure men. We fucking do. We fucking do. We really do. We love y'all with a passion. It's so easy to get y'all women. Listen, it's so easy to steal your women from you because you're so insecure. Like I'm serious.
Is that
like,
true?
When
Is
you
that
think
like
about,
a well-known?
When you think about it, when women, like, I'm not gonna say all lesbians, but there are some women who go, I did this because I was tired of men. What they meant was insecure men. Yeah. Not just every man. They meant insecure men. The men who, where you going? Where you been all the time? No, like, go. Yeah. Like, I got shit to do today. Like, I got to spend 17 hours with my phone. Like, like, I got shit to do today. Like, go ahead, have your fun. Like,
and the thing that I think is weird about it too is, okay, because they have a kid together and stuff, and they live together, which I didn't know like all the details. I just knew that like he said he was upset about how she dressed.
He said that she was a mother now, so it was inappropriate for her to dress this way. And my first thought
you ever
was,
heard of MILFs, dude?
But my first thought was like, she dressed like this before you met her. Right. My second thought was, didn't you see her before she left the house? Yes. And then my third thought was, well, that's why she wants to feel sexy, because she just had a goddamn baby. This is her first like out weekend with the girls. Yeah. The girls all dressed up. Well, I gotta have a turtleneck on. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Because I had a baby.
Yeah. It's one of those things too where it's like, you have to understand that if you're in a relationship with Keke Palmer and she goes to a concert, like, she's a celebrity. You know what I mean?
Front row.
Yes, like, they're and Usher's a celebrity. Like, this shit like happens. This dude is gonna serenade Keke Palmer or whatever and bring attention to the fact that there are celebrities at his show because it's good for him.
And not only that for Usher, it's like Usher has to serenade somebody at his show because he's a singer, but his track record is, I'm going to start serenading celebrities because these regular bitches get on there and say I slept with them and gave them herpes. So what I'm going to do is just, from now on, I'm only singing to celebrities. You remember when the lady came on?
Yes.
And had her hair slicked on both sides with the Pro Style gel down and said, Usher, slap with me. And I was like, bitch, bullshit. That's what I That was my personal thought. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if anybody else thought that. I'm not putting my views on nobody else. But I was just like, bitch, please. Like, bitch, Usher could have fucked a rat first. Like, that's what I was. But, like, so now, like, he's more cautious, I believe, of who he's like. So her being in the front row was just like, I'm going to sing to her. And everybody can be like, oh, damn, Keke Palmer here, too. This is lit. So, and her boyfriend was just a lame about it.
And it's like, what are you going to get upset if she has a role in a movie where she, dresses what you deem as inappropriate? Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't. It's like, dude, this is a actress. You know what I mean? Like, there's a chance that, like, the entire world could like see her body. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just seems like a weird sort of like. It clearly is insecurity to me. Yeah, like, it just is so obvious.
It doubled down as insecurity when he was just like, y'all can't tell me how my family should be viewed. This is a representation of me. And that really made me mad. Yeah. Because I was like, who the fuck are you? Like, we've never heard of you. You are a representation of Keke Palmer.
Right.
It's like, be like Nicki Minaj husband and shut the fuck up. Like, know when to talk. Like, like, even when we talking to you, shut the fuck up. Like, I've seen several TMZs with Nicki Minaj husband. Yeah. And they ask him something and he just keep on walking. Like,
he's
they ain't
like,
said
I
nothing
love Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, like, he's not going to say anything else.
She's so great. And it's
Thank
like,
you.
yeah, because she's bankrolling all your shit. You know what I mean?
Just like as with him, like, because a lot of people were like, we looked up what he did for a living and couldn't even figure it out. And I was like, women are brutal. Because listen, once you start a war with women, because at that point he started a war with all mothers.
Yes.
You know, about how women should be out here dressing.
Right.
Like,
and
honestly,
moms are not the people to...
Exactly. Like, what he did unknowingly was start a war with all mothers who dress provocatively.
Yeah. And that's a lot of them.
I'm telling you, he started a war with a lot of them.
That's not a group that you want to piss off.
Hell
moms,
not.
If I know anything about moms, it's that they can hold a grudge for a really long time.
For a very long time.
Yeah. It's like their specialty. It's their special thing.
He can't go nowhere with Keke Palmer out in public. Now he is just a glorified babysitter. Listen, you ain't going nowhere with me, and give me your phone so you can't tweet shit.
I wonder if their relationship is going to suffer.
They stopped following each other.
I know, yeah. That's like the first thing that I saw was like, did Keke Palmer stop following her, partner or whatever?
Her baby daddy.
Baby daddy.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
And that's what made me even more mad. I was like, a representation of you. First of all, we don't know you. Second of all, she ain't got no ring.
That's true.
Like, how the fuck is she a representation of you? You gave her a baby first. That's all wrong.
100%. And I feel like, especially if you're somebody of like the mindset of like, if women dress this way, if like my wife dresses this way, then it reflects poorly on me. And it's like, well, shouldn't you make her your wife first?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's
shouldn't she be your wife first?
That's exactly how I felt before you start just doing that. Like,
it's tough to like take this like sort of traditional values kind of stance while at the same time like not doing the traditional value sort of action behind it.
I mean, even if you would have married her before she had the kid,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like while she was
Yeah.
pregnant, but still, you just was like, nah, you just gonna have my baby, and I'm just gonna criticize everything you do anyway.
Weird.
Because you're a representation of me. Actually, this baby is a representation of you, and this baby ain't doing nothing yet. So
it's sad too because for people like that, I'm like, dang, dude, if you just like shut up and fucking had a good time and just you
could live Drake's life.
Yes.
All you gotta do is shut up.
It could be like you would literally have the Drake problem where you're like, is this fucking real? I can't believe that this is allowed to be real.
On. That's why Nicki Minaj's husband don't speak. You think I'm gonna give up my fortune
right
to say something to y'all?
Oprah's husband. Never hear shit from Stedman.
I seen two pictures of Stedman.
I barely know what he looks like.
Two pictures of Stedman. Because Stedman don't even want to be in the picture. Because he don't even want to be he don't want TMZ to stop him. He want them to be like, is that Stedman?
Yeah.
I don't know. We ain't going to ask him nothing.
Yeah. And it's sad too because I feel like, a lot of dudes out there could learn a valuable lesson from this situation, but they're all too proud. Most of them, and so they'll never you can't be like.
Because I saw some guys coming to his defense, and I was just like, first of all the guys coming to his defense are the breadwinners of their household. Like that is what y'all not considering is y'all all run y'all household. Y'all make more money than your significant. He is broke.
Yes.
He needs to talk to Stedman, Nicki Minaj's husband. He need to talk to all these people who ain't nobody, who just sit on the sidelines and support their wives. Like Offset doing now. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta...
I think too that it's like the reason why there's so many dudes that come to like a guy like that, like they have to come to his defense because it's like a threat to like mediocre men that have been skating by for too long. You know what I mean? Like,
but the mediocre men aren't the ones coming to his defense.
Exactly.
It's always the men who are doing better than him, and I'm like, no, that's not the kind of help he needs.
Yeah, but they know. They're like, if fucking if the mediocre men fall, then we're next. They're like, this is our last line of defense. We have to keep these lame dudes in a power position.
I don't support that lameism, and it's honestly,
don't either. I think it's
honestly kind of scary.
Yeah,
like it's it's giving Fatal Attraction vibes to me, and I don't like it.
I think that there's a lot of backlash too, you know, in like the current time that we live in, where like, especially in entertainment with social media and stuff, like it in a way has like democratized some things where like everybody has sort of the access to the platform if you put in the work to like develop it, you know? And so now that everybody can do that, like we're finding more and more that like they're, you know, like people like hearing all different types of voices.
Yeah.
And for a long time, like that wasn't the case in entertainment, you know, like you get one thing. And so because of that, now you're starting to see like the rise of like these incredibly popular, like, you know, I don't want to use the term non-traditional, but like that would be the term that people would use is like, you know, these underrepresented voices, you know, black women, gay people, all this stuff are like, now it's becoming clear that like, oh shit, like this is actually popular. You know, people are starting to watch women's sports when forever everybody was like, nah, like they'll never do this. They're building a stadium.
So, but it's also giving voices to a lot of lame shit.
Yeah, it is.
And
that comes
that's
with that's
like.
everything though.
And that's what I don't like.
Yeah, there's lame shit everywhere.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like giving voices to the lame.
Yeah,
like, it's just too much for
like
me.
Who?
I won't say names, but I'm just I don't like the fact that it gives everybody a voice. You know, everybody shouldn't have a voice.
No, I definitely agree with that to a certain extent. Like there are some people where I'm like, you like, you know,
some people shouldn't have social media.
Yeah, 100%
access to.
I actually am like of the opinion that like social media shouldn't exist, period. Like I think that like in general it's pretty bad for society, like as a whole. Like there's some benefits, of course, like I see the good in it and I understand that that exists, and I could imagine a world where there's like a good version of social media, but I can't imagine our world having a good version of social media.
I think you should have to be a certain age to use it.
100%. Absolutely. And I think that age should be like, I think that anybody below the age of 25 and above the age of like 50 shouldn't be allowed to use it.
So in my mind, I'm thinking the perfect age would be 30 to sign up.
Yeah, okay. I'm down with 30. I was trying to be like...
Even when you're in your 20s, you think shit needs to be shared that doesn't need to be shared to everybody. Yes. I did a lot of that. And like now I'm really starting to realize how I should have been using social media this whole time.
Yes.
And I'm just like, oh man. I'm so happy the hacker got those other pages, because shit, I'm going to just blame it on them. Like the whole time. Like it was never me. Like it was always them.
That's so funny. I do think that like, for me, I do think that 30 would be like a good age. But I think there also has to be an age where you have to stop, where you're not allowed to anymore. Because like after a certain age, like your brain starts to fog up and you start just like believing shit that is not, you know, it's just like not real. You can get taken advantage of.
I mean, I get that, but how old is Drake? Like, is that where we draw the line in social media when you start to believe like... shit ain't real. Like or are we talking Joe Biden when you can't walk up a flight of stairs? Like what are we talking
Joe
about
Biden
here?
For sure should not be allowed. But I'm even thinking of like,
you telling me you gonna take Trump's Twitter fingers away? I don't appreciate it.
I just think that anybody who's retired maybe would be a good thing, because the thing about retired people is that they have too much time on their hands, and so then they end up going on there and now they're watching YouTube for hours a day, and you know who knows what it's showing them. Nobody has any idea. There's like nobody is like in charge at all. Is like the big secret is everybody's like, oh, like they're censoring or like whatever, and it's like, dude, nobody knows what's going on. Like everybody, there's billions and billions of people that look at this website every day, and there's no way that they're getting to all of it that they don't want on there. So who fucking knows, really? And they're, you know, their brains, they're getting older, they're getting angrier. Okay, they're grumpy old people.
This is why
and they're
we need to know what they're
stuff.
thinking. Like at all times, we need to be able to monitor them. So we need, like, Trump has to have a social. We have to know what the fuck he's doing. Like it's unsafe
but
for
Trump's
us
not retired.
to. But still, it's unsafe. He should have retired. According to the workforce age. He's retired.
Yeah, you know, honestly, according to the workforce age, a lot of the people in charge should be retired. That's weird.
Yeah. Yes.
Huh. I'm starting to think that there's
And they all need social media so we can know what they thinking at all times. We really do.
So I'm not lobbying. I'm not saying that I think Donald Trump shouldn't have social media. He's an important public figure. I feel like important public figures like that, people running for office, yeah, they have to have it. It's like a necessity. But like, you know, like just like my friend's dad. I'm like,
you don't
that's
really
the
want to
guy.
know. You don't really want to know what your friend's dad thinks.
No, I don't. Because I think I already know. I think I already know what my friends' dads think, and I bet it's pretty similar to my dad. And I bet that the best case scenario, there's Shane Gillis has a sketch where it's like uncle daycare, where like everybody takes their uncles and like drops them off at daycare, and they like keep them from doing like, you know, stupid fucking weird uncle shit all day. And I honestly think that is like a great idea. Like we should have a place to take retired like middle-aged men
so they
and,
can
like,
be
drop
watched
them
all
off
day
and just have fun middle-aged guy stuff. You know, maybe there's like a pond for them to fish in,
some
or
ping
like
pong.
yeah, some ping pong. They can watch fucking Top Gun all day, or like the History Channel. Dads love the History Channel, man.
Shit.
Yeah, Yahtzee, exactly. Maybe put a couple slot machines in there, like it's just shit that dads like, and so that way they stay off Facebook. They really should stay off Facebook. It's one of the worst. It's one of the most dangerous places for dads to be.
I'm happy my dad isn't a big social media.
Hell yeah.
guy.
My parents aren't either. My mom doesn't have any of it, and my dad is like on there, but it's just to keep in touch with like family members.
Yeah, my mom
and
only
stuff.
has Messenger to keep up with us, but like
Yeah,
other than
yeah,
that, like she doesn't have social media.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
nice, so because they can't see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But my grandmother has social media, and that bothers me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What does she do? What does
She doesn't do anything. She just watches my
She
stuff.
just knows what you're up to.
Yeah, she just watches my stuff and like,
I get
hey,
it.
I saw what you
Yeah.
posted online. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we probably shouldn't be friends, Grandma. Why are we friends? Like,
Parents are like older generations, like don't quite understand like how necessary having social media is, and like posting all the time for almost anything that you do now, not just comedy, you know, not just like entertainment or arts or whatever, but like if you run a store or if you fucking have a business of any kind, you have to be posting on social media constantly now.
constantly. It so much that it starts to bother you. It's just
Yes.
like, yeah.
You're like, this is work.
Like, I haven't even had a TikTok that long, but I get tired of posting TikToks. Like, so
Yeah.
I just make a crap ton of them in one day. Like,
Yeah.
probably like 20 of them, and then I just
Yes.
release them over time, so I don't have to
Yes.
keep doing it.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing too. It's the way to go. It like makes it way less work, but God,
Yeah.
it's so fucking annoying.
Then you just go, I gotta post
Yeah.
a video today.
Yeah.
What time is it? Just figuring out all that stuff is
Yeah. Posting schedule. What does my life come to?
exactly. Why am I spending
like-
17 hours on the
I'm
phone?
like, how do I get this computer to show my videos to people? Why is this such a big part of my life? This sucks. But it's, you know, it's the way the fucking cookie crumbles, I guess.
It is definitely all we do for comedy. It's a grind.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah, it is. Well, we're about at the end.
Oh man,
We're gonna wrap it up here.
that went by fast.
It's fun. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you. Let
Yeah.
me talk
Yeah,
some
I'd
shit.
love to have you back sometime.
Oh, yeah, man, I enjoy talking shit.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Probably one of my best pastimes.
Yeah,
Just-
it's a classic. I love talking shit too. I probably do it a little too much.
man.
Not the best.
I enjoy it. I'm really good at it.
Hell yeah. Well, do you have anything you'd like to plug? I mean, you got the show coming up. Tell everybody, make sure you mention the not special.
So I'm shooting a not special. It's a live recording at the Comedy Club in Kansas City, July 27th, which is the day after my birthday.
Hell yeah. Happy birthday.
Thank you. I'll be a big 31, and I want
There you
to shoot a live recording and have some people out. It starts at 7 p.m. Comedy Club in Kansas City. It's gonna be a great time. I got a bullhorn and a sign that says "Hunk if you love comedy," and on the back it'll say "Not homeless, just promoting comedy." and I'll flip in between and do some dances and have my bullhorn out there and try to get people to come out and buy tickets. So if you see me bullhorning, hunk if you love comedy, and just know I'm not homeless. I'm promoting comedy, and take a flyer, man.
For sure. And buy tickets to the show. That's something like I think that people are starting to begin to understand like how important stuff like that is for comedians that are trying to make inroads into comedy. Is having like a good tape is so critical. And so it's good to fucking have a good one. So I hope that people that listen to this podcast go to the show, buy tickets. I'll put the description in the description. I'll put the ticket link too.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a great time. I got a great lineup. Brock Bristow's gonna feature. Cameron Davis is gonna come do a spot. Janelle Banks, one of my favorite comedians, is gonna feature. And then I'm going to close it down. It's going to be a great time.
It's going to be a blast. And then where can people follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram at Moneisha Williams Comedy 1. And then on TikTok at Moneisha Williams Comedy.
Hell yeah. Awesome. And as always, guys, thanks so much for checking out the podcast. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. We're on YouTube. We are on all the other podcast apps. Send anything that you think I should see to jaken.off.podcast@gmail.com. And as always, no update on the comment yet. Still working on that. We'll keep you updated on Chris Christie's Crackies as well. But I appreciate you guys listening. Thank you so much. I love you. I love you. Thank you for listening. All right. Goodbye now.